May 2nd, 2016. Neil Keenan sitting here. And wondering how to approach this topic. Seeing that it's relevant to everybody on the face of the earth. Well, first of all, I'd like to congratulate Benjamin, or thank Benjamin for putting his post out today, because it made it easier for me. He went, explained certain things about the Obama situation and other things, and he did a pretty good job, actually. He led it up to a point. Well, I'm going to take you to the next point, okay? I've had this information for a little bit of time, since the signing of the agreements, and yeah, it's something big, real big. It's a couple of things real big, and geez, you know, I'm not really the guy to get it out to you, but I'll put my neck on the line, okay? And I'll put it out there. But remember one thing: I'm not a blogger. I'm not a blogger. My job is to get after those accounts and take care of them. And I'm having a hard time doing that because no one's stepping to the plate, and I'm too busy getting all this information from other sources, including my sources, which this one came from. And M2's giving me a whole bunch of information running around the planet, and brilliant information. And I have one thing after another sitting on my desk all the time now, and all valid, all good. And I'd like to give you it all, but I don't have the time, I don't have the money. When I say money, I mean I got to get the money to finish up what I have to do. I'm losing, time is money, and I'm losing it. I'm losing it now, and I have to finish what I started. But I'm going to tell you the most amazing information that I've ever received. I mean, I've gotten some great information in the past, the 250,000 metric tons and everything else, and damn, that was good. This is better. Much, much better. Okay, so let me do it. I'll do it. And I'll do it in a way where that I'm cautious. I'm not usually cautious. M2 kicks me in the backside, tell me, do it. And you know, so I'm gonna do it. Okay? That way I'm left alone. No more do it. Sounds like Nike, right? Isn't Nike do it? Let me tell you that the dinar has finally going to go back. It is now go back. Okay? The exchange took place, or the transaction took place in Atlanta, with Madam Wu signing on behalf of Asia, I guess China. It's kicked off what they call Tier 5. I have to translate this in a way, I have to put it together so it makes sense. So that you understand that, and I do too, actually. It kicked off Tier 5. Also, Zimbabwe note is going to go back. Each will have a value of 0.118 in Europe, dollars. Okay? So it is going to happen. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you as we go, okay? This is an update. May 1st, May Day. You're not going to believe what you're going to hear. And I keep interrupting myself because I know you're not, but it's there. The AIIB Bank, the Asian Bank, /WF, /HSBC, they put a 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time deadline on Citibank to get Basel III compliant or default. At the very same time, Obama was scheduled to speak at the White House conference dinner in D.C. The Cabal, Obama, they all had their backs up against the wall. You know, the pressure was on for the Cabal to surrender, or new President Dunford would have announced the Republic live in front of the entire world's press right there at that time. absolute Cabal surrender came at 8:59:59 Eastern Standard Time. Thus Obama was allowed to speak, and Citibank defaulted to AIIB /WF /HSBC and they became Basel III compliant. Security forces that were earlier in the day pulled off of Citibank redemption locations were returned by midnight as 800 numbers and sovereign rates authorized for Sunday release. These are private transactions at this time. After the WHCD, White House Correspondents' dinner, Obama did not go back to the White House. As the Obamas, they don't live there anymore, folks, according to the information. They don't live there. The Obamas have occupied an apartment for several weeks inside the DC Beltway. They're keeping up appearances, both during his months as a president, and to act as though the Obama family is staying in DC so that their girls could finish their education. The RV is scheduled to start worldwide in harmony with the Chinese when the Chinese market opens on Monday 6 a.m. CST. Now that really didn't happen because they're still dealing with the private. The private transactions have happened, nothing else has happened yet. They're not all done. I heard that tonight. So we've got a little wait there. Maybe, but not long. I'll get the information right before it does. And those that have been close to me forever, I'll get you some numbers that'll get you to the front of the line, but I'll talk to you about it. No wait for 2 years, no wait for 1 year, no wait for 6 months. Maybe not anyway. We'll do our best, okay? International rates are scheduled to change on Forex without fanfare, as well with sovereign rates, showing the off-site redemption, showing on and off-site redemption centers concurrently. The plan is to keep everything appearing status quo without bringing attention to the change over in government, currency, banking, and ultimate control of the republic. General Dumfries is now the man. Dumford is now the man. I have to get used to saying your name, sir. You're in charge now. I keep calling you Dumfries, you're Dunford. I'm sorry, I apologize. You know, everybody knows I didn't follow this. I'm getting the information I'll tell you in a bit. Let us say this. I'm trying to put this together properly so you understand. Let's say the history books will state, or they'll say, World War III ended on April 30th, 2016. It was an invisible war to the world's public that lasted 20 years. US 800 number bank notifications are now expected sometime May 1st to May 3rd. I know that I had a friend last night from Texas make a call, and they said they believe it's going to open today. I don't know. It's still your time today. I don't know if it's open or not, but I'm only repeating what I have here. The people in Texas who made the calls, they're involved in this, and they said they believed it was today, so they checked. It's supposed to open though after the night. They say the dock line, after the dock lines fall on the East Coast. Well, the dock lines have fallen here, but I'm on the other side of the world. So it's still your day. So you got some time. And then we'll see if they've finished up with those private transactions. And when they do, that's when people get numbers. And they have to wait their turns with those numbers. It's just going to get exciting. It's going to be maybe a wait for some people, a long wait. and other people a short wait when this happens, from what I understand. Internet private group redemptions are considered T4 and are to begin after midnight, possibly tonight, with liquidity beginning after 8:45 a.m. EST, Eastern Standard Time. Now, they gave me the information to thank me for all the help that I've done and given for the last 7 years, I believe, spending my own money, working my Irish ass off, not sleeping, and learning a lot. Would I do it over again? With all the things that I had going on at the time, would I do it over again? Well, you know, I was having a lot of fun with my lawsuit because I was learning a lot and I was chasing a lot of people. And I bumped into a lot of people that I had not spoken to in years and years, from my days doing maturing Arab oil CDs in London and so on, with basically kings and queens and so on. When I say kings and queens, I mean Abdullah, for example, in Jordan, was his father and mom and everybody were there and were part of that at that time, and Ali Khan was part of that at that time, running around over there, and they were all running around. I met a lot of people, and now, they're all good people, by the way, real good people. And now, I know so many more because of what's happened, and I know so much about what's going on for the last 200 years, and it amazes me what I didn't know, you know. When I was 30, I thought I knew everything. Today I realize I know very little. That's an old man's statement that I met many years ago, named Royal Little, the father of the international conglomerates. And he told me that when he was 30, he knew everything. He said, now, Neil, I know very little. So what we learned and what we knew at 30, we can erase. Although my memories are fantastic. Well, what kinds of memories we've had. We usually remember the good ones. I hope that we don't remember so many bad ones. But let me finish, please. I don't want to go into one of my my Neil Keenan things. Benjamin, you did a great job on your post this morning. I said it. That promoted me to do this, or propelled me to do this. What can I say, buddy? You were on it. Your people this time had you on the ball. Here's a letter to me that I'm going to read to you. I have permission to read this to you, or print it, but reading it is what I'm going to do. It says for me to show the details. It starts off. M2 here, there's a note in here from M2 telling me, make sure you read this. Make sure I'm going to read it, just to make you happy. Anyway, show details. It must be remembered that this is a one-time historical event that has no precedence in protocols and procedures. Even though many procedures have been prematurely presented, the final official procedures are being put into place now that all of the international matters and accounting between nations is coming to resolution, and I anticipate that I will be informed of how things will proceed by Monday. This letter came before the last one, okay? And basically telling me that this is what he's advising me to tell the people that I know. Aspiring flippers, that's middlemen, governments and private alike, are desperately trying to lure any bringer of historical bonds into a submissive commitment and offering money that the seller / holder cannot spend or withdraw from his bank account, not 1 cent. The reason is that these parties cannot be assured that the bonds they accumulate will be accepted by redemption, and therefore most of these offers will include a disclaimer. and the right to return the bonds to the current holder. So, there you go, Cameron Faley. There you go, Zap. You like talking about people, Zap? Well, comes right back at you when it comes to the end. They're talking about you as a middleman. They're talking about Faley as a middleman, which we all know. And there's many, many more, so don't get me going, I bet y'all. China has now officially announced that the historical bonds will be redeemed on Sunday in China. It was all over the Chinese media that this was going to happen. Oh, this has been released in all Chinese media. These announcements made in the Chinese open media today and late yesterday finally confirmed publicly this operation is moving forward. There are also other sources who are optimistically informing the international agreements are nearly completed, and official ceremonies are expected to take place over the next several days. The fact is, the funds are free now. About too many transactions are approved and registered also with our other end buyer of the United States Treasury. If an applicant doesn't have patience in this business field, then he's lost. Every applicant should be grateful if his boxes or bonds for the repatriation were registered. These repatriations aren't realized infinitely. This was first, the other was second. So you understand now what is happening. We're going to do a preface to this, and I think the preface will, or an addendum to it, or something that will just let you be aware of some of the signs that Obama gave at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, some of the things he said that basically said goodbye. I didn't pick it up, but then again I didn't watch it. He said he might be the last president. Well, Dunford's the president will be the ruler or the controller of the republic now until the presidential elections, and at that point in time Trump will be the president, not anyone else. He's the only person that can put this republic straight and get it back to us the way we want it and the way we need to have it with we the people. Now, he's made some mistakes. He's got some faults. We all do. We all do. I have a good share of my own, you know. I mean, it's a crazy world up there. It's hard not to make mistakes, but looking back at closets and so on, you open up somebody's closet, you're gonna see a whole bunch of stuff. Maybe a little bit, maybe not, but you'll see some. So now, you know, I want to thank the Dragon family for giving me for providing me with the information to first release it. Thank you. As you know, I'm not a blogger, and I'm a fighter, basically. I'm a fighter. Now I'm not going to say what I was going to say. I was going to say, and I love her. No, I'm not going to say that anymore. I take that back. I retract my statement. Benjamin, I'm off the record. Benjamin will put it in the thing and try to get $500,000 for it. Blackmail. That's what's going on in the world right now. A lot of blackmail. Now, let me return the favor to you, Dragon family. You've been good to me. You're my friends. Matter of fact, I'm going to come play ping pong with you. I'm going to beat you. But maybe we'll just sit down and talk about it rather than play. It's been 6 months since I played. I've been here stuck for about 4 or 5 since they stole my money. Then money that was supposed to be transferred didn't get through. All bullshit. All bullshit to delay me. And banks then came up with some stories, different stories that make sense because the Bushes and the Rothschilds control the banks and everything else. So it makes sense. In the world that we're living in today, in the world of Walter Mitty, it makes sense. So let me thank you again The last time I thanked you really well, I think, was the 250,000 metric tons of gold in South Korea. Am I right? Well, there's a lot more than that right now in South Korea that President Park is putting on the table. And that gold, I think you better check on it, because we're talking about any day. Any day. And the contract of the gold, the origin of the gold, is China. It's family. You know, what they're trying to do is reset the gold that was stolen from Nanking, the rape of Nanking, World War II in China. Until recently, they're looking to reset or relocate the gold. And the Chinese, as you know, or the Dragon family, has been forcibly deprived in many such matters, entering any gold bunkers. And Mei Hua is involved, and Red Plum, and Taijidang. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing it right, but it'll be in the preface. We're talking many, many tons. You know, everybody thinks they know how many tons of gold there happens to be in the world. They don't. I've seen 2 football fields of gold. I have. More than they can ever talk about. We're talking 3,000,000 tons. So what they're saying to me here is that there's as much gold in the world as there are diamonds. They just hold it back from us so that we don't get access to it, because it would destroy the market. Like diamonds, the bears. They have vaults and vaults, big, huge vaults filled with their diamonds. And but they charge you so much because they only place a certain amount on the market. So it's the same with the gold. It's in the interest of China, the Dragon family, to deal with this and straighten it out one way or another with President Park, who last time got caught red-handed. And now we're talking again a repeat of the situation. So it's just wise to pick up the telephone, call her, give her fair warning, get your satellites in place, and put your boats in the water again, not allowing either the United Nations, the World Bank, the IMF, you know, or any of the others, the feds, coming in and taking what belongs to you. You know, I understand, I don't think I said that this gold is earmarked. This gold, they're changing at this time the gold, the SKRs, from the old SKRs to the new SKRs. And then they're going to donate the gold to the international organizations that we know now is New World Order, Cabal. So, you know what they're going to do with your gold now. Okay, and again, as I receive things from you, I receive things from this person as well. M2 is brilliant, has so much going from, you know, so much going. You know, I'll never expose who M2 is. It could be a guy, it could be a girl. You know, but the bottom line is that he or she provides me with information that is second to none. I get other information from military sources, agency sources, from the people on the street, from the families themselves, from the heads of families. I'm talking about Italian families and so on. They're all good people. You know, you think they're bad. They all struggled to stay alive for so many years because of the structure of our government and the world's governments. They had to stay alive. They had to set their own things up. That's why they called it our thing. You know, for example, the Cosa Nostra. But they had to have something, so they called it their thing. And they went and they did what they did. But they didn't do any worse than what our government did. We didn't have a government, we haven't had a government since 1871, I understand, when the papers were changed from a government to a corporation, you know, illegally, and we're still that today. So we're going to change that back from what I understand when Trump becomes president, or maybe Mr. Dunford can do that himself. Okay, Mr. Dunford, I hope you can start initiating all the things to protect the people in our country and other countries as well. I know our military has been weakened, but with the money that we're going to save by getting rid of Obama, although Obama is still going to be the front, I understand, for the time being, I still don't think anybody's going to let him do too much. Maybe they will now because I've opened my mouth and I've told you about him, but I think that basically that everything has to be completed. We need a change, and once we get that change completed, we're off and running. Then it's our world, we the people. You take care. Thank you to everyone, okay, everyone, for your help. I mean, really, I've needed a lot of help along the way, and still I'm not done. And still I've got to get back to work right after this to make sure that I get the money back that was stolen. First of all, I'm after it, and or money transferred so that we can finish up the other parts that we have to finish up. Okay, I say goodnight to you. Okay, I wish you well, and can I put my hand on? By the way, I want you to see, I'm in the house, but it's not so cool. I opened the door so I could stay warm. I like to find my sweater. But you know, this is like, I'm in Hawaii though, really. My house is warm. I have my shorts and sandals on. You can't see them. I'm not going to show them to you either, because then you'll say, oh, Keenan's a crackpot. Well, I am, but nevertheless, enjoy your nights, everybody. Hopefully you sleep a little better. Hopefully everything I said comes to pass, and quickly, because I work hard for you. Okay, this is the final note. It's been 27 minutes. It doesn't seem like it. To you, it probably seems like a lifetime. But just received a message that M2 was in an accident hydroplaning in the States, was being chased, and ended up in the hospital and so on, with all kinds of bruises all over the body, this and that. I'm not going to tell you if it's a guy or a girl or a woman or a man. I can't do that, because then some of the government people, maybe Cabal, may be able to figure out who exactly it is, because it's a treasure trove of knowledge. And I just want to extend my I don't know how to say it, extend my best wishes that he or she gets better quickly. That I thank them for all their help, being who they are, and great people. So please get better quickly. That's what I wanted to say. Please, and call me soon. Take care and sleep well, everyone. It's almost time for Betty bye, but I still have to work until about 2 or 3 in the morning. So good night.